Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to talk about how you can get discounts on real estate and get a cheaper price per square foot when you're buying your properties. Coming up. Hi everyone, this is Ernesto from Attaboy Cowboy, and on this channel we give you health and wealth advice to help you be more successful and so that you'll invest more in your environment. So I've had some friends looking for houses and they're telling me, dude, how do I get a house that's reasonable, man? They're really expensive. So, okay, that's a good question. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to do some math. Calculate the price per square foot for the land and for the building. And we talked about that in another video. That's important because you need to make sure you're comparing the same things. You don't want to get a house that's 1,000 square feet on a 1,200 square foot lot for, let's say, 200,000, and then you see over here that's a 1,000 square foot, but it's a 30,000 square foot lot. It's a huge lot, and it's maybe a few $1,000s more. Maybe it's $50,000 more, which is a lot. But for the land, no, it's way cheaper. So that's the first thing you want to look at. Look at the price per square foot of the structure you're buying and the land, and compare those two across all the properties you're looking at. Like if you're looking at 5 or 10 properties or 20, you want to compare them. That's how you're going to figure out what the real price of the property is. This is one of my favorite strategies. This is kind of like a hack. You know, people like to say hacks now. So hacks are ways around things, or some way to kind of beat the system. When you look at houses, single family houses, I was looking at some with my friend. He was looking at 1-bedroom houses here in Los Angeles, and they're outrageous. They're about $500,000, let's say, for a 1,000 square foot house that's a 1-bedroom, right? So that's pretty expensive. It's about $500 per square foot. Now, what we found was a house that was a duplex, and it was actually the same price, 500, but instead of being 1,000, it was 2,000 square feet. So that one is actually half the price. It's 2,500 per square foot. And he's asking me, well, why is that one so much less? Why is it basically half the price? That's a good question, because most people are looking for a house. They're not looking to become landlords. And they're also, the way our finance system is set up, the home mortgages are much more accessible. They're much easier to get than an investment property loan. But the thing is, it's not necessarily any easier to qualify. So if you qualify for a home mortgage and you're buying a house, you're most likely going to be able to qualify for a mortgage to buy a duplex. So you just kind of have to change the way you're looking at things, your perspective. He was able to get this duplex at basically half the price of the house. And there's a lot less competition because people are looking for houses. They're not looking for investment real estate. Something like 80% of the properties that are owned are houses. And the majority of people that look for property are house hunters. They're not investment property seekers or hunters. So you're going to have a lot less competition because you're not going to have all these homeowners looking for duplexes. They're busy over here looking at houses. You're going to be over here looking at duplexes. Now, let's say you buy the duplex. You're like, hey man, I don't want to be a landlord. Okay, that's up to you. If you don't want to do that, don't. All you have to do is make sure the property is vacant and you just take over both of them. I have a friend that bought one recently. He got a permit, knocked down the wall, and made the whole thing into one wall, into one house. He basically doubled the square footage of his house easily. So he got the house half price. Another thing you want to do when you buy these properties is right away boost the price up so you can refinance it, pull money out for other investments. And one of the easiest ways is to plant trees. Here in the US and pretty much everywhere, adding a tree to your property is worth about $10,000 per tree, just for planting trees. So if you can plant some trees and grow them quickly, you're gonna build the value of your house by $10,000 for every tree. think about this. Think about if you're buying a house. Wouldn't you like to have a nice full-grown lemon tree in your yard, or an orange tree where you can get some fresh oranges, make some orange juice, or even just having a nice big tree that you have some shade under, so you could have picnics or do whatever, or for your dogs to hang out under. Trees are an excellent investment. They have a lot of impact on the environment, and they're great for your property value, and they increase the curb appeal immensely. So if you're thinking you might want to sell, plant some trees in the front. That's going to make your property look a lot bigger. Drive down your street and look at the houses that don't have any trees. The houses look much smaller and they look boring. It doesn't matter how cool you paint it, it just looks boring, even if you have nice plants in the front. Now drive in front of some houses that have trees. It's a psychological thing, and it changes a perspective. You know how people go to those selfie museums and they take those pictures of people and it looks like they're upside down, but they're really not? It's that kind of thing. Trees are going to make your property look a lot bigger. So it's going to have a higher perceived value. So it's going to be easier to sell, and you're going to get a lot more money out of it in the market. Thank you again for listening. If you have any questions, please comment below.